Thomas Matthew Crook's the shooter in Donald Trump's attempted assassination. The FBI identified the 20-year-old as the subject involved in the shooting. Crooks was killed by security officials after he opened fire at the former president. He reportedly was positioned 130 yards, that's about 400 feet away from the stage at Butler Farm Showgrounds, where Trump was addressing a rally. An eyewitness present at the rally has claimed that he did see a man with a rifle on a nearby roof, just moments before Donald Trump was shot. My name is Hem Korsara and I'm now being joined by Chong Yew Keat, security and strategy expert and foreign affairs expert, to discuss the security situation and the probe which is now underway. Sir, thank you so much for joining us on WION.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sir, as I mentioned earlier, an eyewitness present at the rally claims that he did see a man with a rifle on a nearby roof. We've heard the person say that he also did inform the security officials present at the rally. However, Trump continued his speech. How do you assess this?
Well, obviously, there's a lapse of, the entire security capacity by the Secret Service, as you can see how, the fact that he managed to get on that rooftop less than 200 meters away from the stage where Trump spoke. And it raises a lot of different questions as to how this would have happened in the first place and whether the parameters enough, the outer ring of parameters is enough for the Secret Service to secure that area. We have also seen reports emerging as of how the Secret Service has got the information about that area being a potential vulnerability for any kind of risk involved. And there should be no clear line of sight for the president in the first place. And the fact that he managed to get on the rooftop from an elevated position less than 200 meters away from where Trump spoke raises a lot of different questions as to whether the Secret Service has enough capacity in terms of personnel, or whether there's a breakdown in communications or coordination with local law enforcement agencies. We can see now questions emerge as to how the shooter managed to have as many as 7 shots being shot, and the amount of response time by the Secret Service before he was killed. So also, as you mentioned, the witnesses on the ground have raised the possibility of having this sight of the shooter, but there's a lapse of fast movement and action by the Secret Service.
Right. Now, sir, in fact, I was just going to come to this, and for more clarity on this, you mentioned this as well. As per the reports, the shooter was on a rooftop, as I mentioned, about 400 feet away. This despite the presence of snipers. How does that even happen now? This does raise many questions. Do you think this, of course, points to grave security lapses? What do you think took so long for the security services to neutralize the shooter?
There have been previous incidents of these security lapses in the past, and definitely the head of the Secret Service will have to answer for this, and for sure she will have to appear before the Congress Oversight Committee as to answer to be responsible for the entire oversight. We can see that in the days before the event, reports have been emerging that they knew of the potential risks involved in that area, and the failure to secure that area, and how in the first place the shooter managed to get into that building and to that roof, into this elevated position, right, and to have a clear direct line of sight on the president is definitely unacceptable in the first place.
Now, Donald Trump is in Milwaukee. The Secret Service says there are no changes to the security plan. However, this incident, it has raised concerns. What measures do you think are required, considering how heated the political landscape is at the moment? President Joe Biden, in fact, did say that there's a probe underway as well.
Well, definitely they will have realized by now the capacity to secure that area, and early reports have emerged that they have no plans for now to expand the security perimeter, but I'm sure they will have every precautions in place, and it's a secure arena as compared to the one in Pennsylvania. And we can see that they will have taken a lot of different other precautions measures in place, and it will be a different picture altogether as compared to what happened in Pennsylvania. But we can see that definitely in the days and weeks ahead, there will be a lot of questions to be answered by the Secret Service team, and definitely there will be a lot of different measures in place. And Biden administration has focused on this aspect, and they have also assured that precautions and corrective measures will be in place to ensure that there will be no repeat of this incident. And definitely this is one of the watershed moments for American politics, for them to come together and to unite. Definitely this also will boost the prospects of Trump in elections, after the debacle of the debate, where Biden's performance and this incident will only, empower and bolden the spirit of Republicans, as well as also to court the sentiments of the independents. And this is also one of the incidents where I would think that Trump will get his greater level of support among different segments of the population in the American political sphere.
Right. Well, Mr. Yew Keat, thank you so much for joining us on WION with your insights on this.
Thank you.
For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.